Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Bits and Banter. As ever, we are gathered to discuss last night's match, which was between RCB and RR. And to discuss the match, we have with us Edward and Ravi. Edward from Bengaluru and Ravi from Hyderabad. I'll just recap what happened in the last night. Rajasthan Royals practically did a Royal Challengers Bengalaru, as it were. I mean, it frittered away a strong start and collapsed in a heap of false shots. At 100 for 1 in 11 overs, I mean, Ewin and Yashavi Jaiswal had given them a fairy start at the top. Rajasthan was looking at a score of around 180 or even 200 plus if the cards fell in its favor. But instead, it stuttered and stumbled, and its underperforming middle order again let it down. And RR ended up with an underwhelming 149 for 8, with Harshal Patel again picking up 3 wickets. In reply, Bengaluru got off to a decent start from Virat, Kohli and Devdutt, Padikkal, and once the duo departed, Glenn Maxwell and the wicket-keeper KS Bharat stitched up a cool 50-plus partnership to see RCB through without much problem. So, Edward, I'll come to you straight away. So, what really clicked for RCB and what didn't work for RR?
Coming to RR, I think, as you rightly said, they fell in heap. They just had no clue, going from 100 odd for 1 to
11 overs. 11 overs.
11 overs and almost getting all out, actually, just with 1 wicket to spare. It is something you don't fathom. It's irresponsible batting, I would say. Okay, even including Samson. He went for that, first ball of the bowling of Shahbaz. He should have, stayed a bit, but he just went for it. And then he lost his wicket. And then for Royal Challengers, what worked was, I think, the bowling changed where Chahal and Shahbaz was introduced. I think that kind of stopped the runs at one time and also got them wickets.
Yeah, I'll just ask you one more question when you talked of Chahal and Shahbaz. I mean, I was slightly surprised that they were brought slightly late. Of course, they were pretty successful and the decision was right. But why do you think Kohli brought them slightly late?
I don't know about Chahal, but I think Shahbaz mentioned in the interview at the end that he was held back to come only when there were 2 right-hand batsmen batting. Okay. So I guess there is a method always. It is not random as we believe sometimes, but the method sometimes works, it doesn't. For Kohli's it worked yesterday.
Ravi, RR, I mean, Edward referred to its underperforming middle order. It's too dependent on Sanju Samson. And of course, opening batsmen, Ewin and Yashavi Jaiswal. They gave them a very good start. And Ewin got a 50 and he was very good. But after that, what is it? Because why are they persisting with somebody like Ryan Garg and even Liam Livingston? See, both of them have not had any great show with the bat. Why do you think RR is persisting with them?
I think in yesterday's match, they underestimated the spin. I mean, when you come to Shahbaz Ahmed, you see Rahul Tewati and others going for bad shots. I think they underestimated or was a bit, more of overconfidence side, so that they thought they can hit the spin, and they underestimated it. And also the pitch was not cooperating with them, and they were overconfident. They thought they came to batting to fix some target like we can do 170, 180 or something. So they missed their opening pair. After that, others also went on for hitting. So maybe that is the issue where RR.
Because Edward specifically brought about the name of Samson. So because not only the first ball he went after Shahbaz, in the previous over, the another batsman had gotten out. So it was so that was equally irresponsible, because I remember Gavaskar specifically pointing out on air, because one Shahbaz was being introduced and just 2 balls ahead, another batsman had gotten out. So when 2 batsmen now getting out, any newcomer is bound to feel the heat. So that was tough for them.
Yeah, Samson also, but I think if you can see, Samson's performance also is not on a streak. He's performing in 1 match and failing in 3. Like that, he's not in consistent way. He's not consistent.
Relatively, this season is better off. I mean,
Yeah,
in the previous seasons, he will perform in the first two matches, then taper off totally. But that doesn't happen. He has been slightly more consistent than in other seasons. Anyway, Edward, let's talk about the positive from RCB. Harshal Patel. I mean, it's a cliche that he has the happy knack of getting wickets. Again, another 3 wickets. Now he is the purple cap holder and orange cap holder, purple, right? So not a purple cap holder, and not only that, he's an uncapped player also. So at 26 wickets, he has the record of Dwayne Bravo, who took 32 wickets, which is the highest in an IPL season. So I am sure RCB is going to make the playoff. But even if he is not making playoffs, RCB has 3 more matches. So he has every possibility of cracking that record. So what is working for Harshal Patel?
Yeah, yesterday, usually me and my son, we watch these games together. He is also a big fan of IPL. So we were wondering, there is no significant pace, there is no significant swing or anything that he gets. Somehow, towards the end, even he usually bowls in the death, right? I mean, most of his overs are kept for the death. Batsmen are going for runs, but then I said that happens to every team. But why Harshal Patel gets the wickets? I think it's got to be the length because he keeps it a little slow, and he has that length where when people go for those extremely big huge shots, and most of the time he gets the wickets by catches, if you have noticed, right? So they're going for the shots. Yeah, most of it's a slower delivery. They don't get to this thing. It's not he doesn't get it bowled or LBW most often. So I guess it is that he has been definitely lucky as well, but it's got to have some skills also behind it.
Yeah, you're right, because the slower ones are working, especially the smart slower one that he bowled for against Mumbai as part of the hat-trick. The Kyron Pollard delivery was that is a bowl. Quite different from, because you're right.
Same ball. Yeah, he tried the same ball yesterday for the hat-trick wicket, but he couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
And Ravi, RR has also a problem with its bowlers. They are not consistent. I mean, batting is inconsistent. Somebody like what's his name?
Ellis.
No, not Ellis. Chris Morris, sorry. Chris Morris, he's their biggest pick, and he went for 50. So he has been inconsistent. So, and the rest of the bowlers, I mean, Tyagi had an off day because he's been generally good this season, but he had an off day. So with this bowling lineup and an underperforming batting, I don't think RR can make it to the playoffs. Or do you really think they have a chance? Because the next 3 matches are pretty tough. DC and CSK and MI, I think. All the 3 top teams. So it will be tough for RR. Don't you think so?
Yes. RR, I think RR has no chance. I mean, maybe max, if they win at all, also, they'll finish as 5 or 6 maximum. They'll finish at 6, I think. And coming to their bowling, they don't have fixed lineup. See, Morris is opening the bowling, and Tyagi also came early. Like, they are trying their best bowlers early, and they have shuffled the bowling order, like Punjab does with their batting order. Like, they shuffled with the bowling order too much. Morris came early, and again Tyagi came again. No, they are trying too many things. That too, I think they don't have a plan also. One more thing maybe. So yeah, RR, as you said, RR might
looks
not.
tougher.
It's
it
difficult
looks,
for them.
I'm not ruling out the possibility, but it looks tough because they're after last night's loss, they have made it difficult for themselves. Because
Even if
three
they
tough
win
matches.
Yesterday, sorry, go ahead.
Even if they win the last 3 matches also, I think run rate will come into the picture. Like they'll get short of run rate also. It's very tough now. All the teams are having almost 8 points. So RR, will be the team which is going to get eliminated in some either due to losses or due to run rate. Yeah.
So Morris and Maxwell had something going yesterday. They were exchanging words, and especially because Morris was going after Bharat. So Maxwell didn't take it lightly. So they had this war of words, and till the last ball that Maxwell hit, they had this going. And on his day, Maxwell won yesterday.
And Morris is never short of words. He always kills it a few. So it's it's understandable. I'm not saying it is interesting or anything, but it's part of the game, whether we like it or not. It's just, I mean, they call sometimes when it goes well, they call it banter. Sometimes, I mean, you never know because with the Englishmen, Australians, and South Africans, when it works, it's all banter. But when others carry it, it's again spirit of game.
Spirit of game.
Anyway, Edward, do you think RCB is now firmly in play? I mean, is in a firm sandal and most likely to make the playoffs? I mean,
yeah, I would imagine they would end up third or fourth definitely, but they should try for first or second. They have 3 matches left, one of which is against Delhi Capitals. I think they against Hyderabad and Punjab they have slightly easier games.
Exactly.
But they should take it seriously anyways. But if they win one of those and they win against Deccan, the Capitals. Sorry, I'm still with Deccan. So against Capitals, then they have a good chance of being 1 or 2. But I think they are in the top.
Yeah, and still with RCB, one more question, Edward. What do you think of the new bowler, George Garton? Your impressions of him?
Yeah, sorry, Bala, I didn't see much of him, but he got 1 wicket, right? He got the first wicket, but
second wicket. He got Ewin Lewis, but that started the collapse. That was a well-disguised slower one. He went for a few in the first couple of overs, but he came up pretty strongly.
Okay.
Because he had a terrific 100 tournament in England, and he was part of the Southern race, and he is considered to be pretty good prospect. He showed glimpses of it, but he was not. I mean, he did not have a memorable debut, but at the same time, it was not an awfully forgettable one because that wicket was crucial, and that he had a few decent deliveries. So we'll talk about tonight's match, which is between Ravi Yoti, Hyderabad, and my team, Chennai. How do you think that playing out?
It's like I feel it's like Chennai A team versus Chennai B team.
Okay. Why do you say so?
But yes, franchisee wise, SRH is also like that. Just it's a joke. So actually, yes. Obviously, SRH has nothing to lose, and CSK obviously they're in top form. I hope that SRH will fight back as they did in the last match. Of course, this is not an easy match, but yes, I want to see SRH winning this. Yes, I think they'll come good.
Yeah, because Edward, one team right at the top and one team right at the end. So both the teams practically have nothing to lose. So this contest can turn out to be pretty interesting one.
Yeah, it will be quite interesting. But with Warner announcing that this could be this last year, something like that, he was very vague in announcing that. So I think that will have some effect on the team's performance. Warner is too good to be quiet for a long time like this. Same with AB de Villiers for RCB. But I think if that doesn't cast a negative shadow on the team, it should. If it encourages them to play well, then fantastic, awesome game coming up. Though they are 1-8, somehow this is going to be a great game.
So on that note, we'll wind up. Thanks, Edward. Thanks, Ravi.
Thanks, Bala.
See you soon. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.